Hey guys, how's it going? This is Tim Shaves, and today I'll be doing a shave with some couple of new products and familiar products that you guys have seen in a couple of last videos. But let's start off with the Razor, the razor. This is the all new DLC Yaqi Standard razor. It's got a beautiful handle on it. If you can see this. Ooh, this feels really nice. It's got a good amount of heft, and it feels very comfortable in the hands. It's got a good knurling here, and a smooth part with a couple of indents, another knurling toward the bottom. This is really comfortable handle. And in the head, it's got a standard head, similar to Edwin Jagger DE89. And actually, I compared this to the Maggard MR1 razor, and it's pretty much the same or very similar. I could hardly notice any difference, so this should shave similar to the MR1. And thankfully, I'm not using a Derby Extra, a Dobby, because that worked not too well with the MR1. But the razor, or not the razor, the blade that I'll be using today is Rapira Platinum Lux. This is I believe they're the same parent company as the Astra SPs and Blues. Yeah, so I have used this before. It's shaped pretty well. I think it's sharp, but it's in the mid for smoothness. So let's see how it does with this Yaqi Standard razor. Also, I have a couple of other Yaqi heads to show you guys. I do have the Melon head, which is the double open comb head, and I also have the Beast head, which is a hybrid of this standard base plate with the open comb head. So I believe that will be the most aggressive one. I'll save that for next time. So for the brush today, I'll be coming back to the Yaqi 24mm fan 2-band wedger brush. Amazing, fits perfectly in the hands, feels nice, good amount of heft, and oh, as you can see, it's got good amount of gel tips. It's very nice. So I will be using this one. I enjoyed this last time. Only concern is shedding. It did shed a couple hair, but the last lather that I did with this, it didn't shed any hair. So hopefully it stays that way. There are some outlier bristles here. And then the only hairs that really shed were very thin, so hopefully those are the outliers. But what soap am I using? Or more like, what cream am I using? This is the Lucky Tiger Liquid Cream Shave. And this one is a interesting cream, as you don't really see creams in this bottled form. It usually comes in a tube, but yeah, this one actually shaves really nice. I used this maybe a couple months ago. It lathers up really well. It's got a medium density, pretty creamy and slick. It's not the best, but I think it's probably on the top for mass-produced creams. I really like this one, so I'll shake it up a bit. And how I'll use this is I have a couple of different ways to use it. I could put it in a bowl and lather it up, but today I'll be putting it directly on the brush and just lathering up from there on. So shall we start? Let me just wet my face to start. Alright. Now I know a lot of people like to shower before they shave, but for me, I don't like showering before I shave. I usually shower at night and I shave in the morning. So what I do is I just wash up my face with water and kind of start from there on. And I am using a semi-cold water right now. I don't want it to be too cold in the morning, so this should be perfect. Feels good. All right, shall we start? The Lucky Tiger Liquid Cream Shave. Now it's I think this comes in a white liquid form. For the brush, Let me wet it. I have been soaking it for maybe 10-15 minutes, but I'm gonna wet it again. See the water dropping? I'm gonna shake it off 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Maybe one more, 4. Because I know badgers can hold a lot of water. So I'm just putting in this on. Alright, just to start off, I'm gonna put a bit more than usual. That's probably a little too much. Because I know this thing lathers up into a monster of a lather. But I put in this much here. I can't really tell how much I put in, but let's see how this does. Hopefully that is enough, or not too much, but here we go. Wet it one more time into a face lather. Oop, some water dripping. Oh my gosh, there's water dripping everywhere. Alright. Yeah, this thing holds a lot of water. It definitely feels soft and scrubby. Yeah, I think I started off with too much water, and especially with creams, you don't need a lot of water. So I think next time with this brush, I will squeeze it a bit to take out the water, the excess water, because the lather is looking a bit too watery right now. Let's see how it forms as I lather it on. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this lather. It feels airy, but I know a lather is better than this, because I tried it before. It just feels like there's not a lot of lather I can use. Yeah, I think I put too much water. As you can see, it's a bit dissipating. So what I'm gonna do is actually gonna put in a bit more cream. All right, just a little more, and see how that does. Should one more here, just a bit, small one. All right, now it's becoming a bit more thick. Let me add a bit more water in. One more should do it. Putting all the soap to the top. And alright, I think should be good to go. Now, one thing that I don't like about these like creams is that it's really hard to dial in water. And I always feel like they are a bit thinner than what I would like. But because I feel like, well, I mean, I use mostly soaps, so when I change to shaving creams, this tends to happen where I can't dial in too well. But I mean, it's working okay, so let's see how this shapes. Now, one thing with this razor is that there is a bit of a threading fit issue for me. So if you can hear, so the threading is not too smooth. So that's one thing, and then another thing is that the blade moves a bit, so you gotta sometimes adjust it to get a even blade. But that said, let's try this out and see how that works. So it's not a perfect razor, but I think for the value, it will be a good addition to your den, to my den as well. Alright, the lather is looking pretty good, so let's shave with this. First pass through with Rapira Platinum Lux. First with the grain. There is a bit of an overhang, so overhung. Alright, so I feel the blade on the skin. It's a bit more, either the blade or the razor is a bit rougher than I would like. It might be the blade, because I remember having a similar issue with the Parka 26C with Rapira Platinum Lux. That combination was efficient, but a bit rough. So I think that is my impression of this blade is that it's efficient, but it's a bit rough on the skin. Here we go. This cream is it's okay. I just couldn't dial in correctly, and It's still being a bit foamy for me, a bit airy. So I can't really, can't give a good impression of this razor soap, but it's giving me okay shade. So let's wash and rinse. Go for a second pass. All right. Right, remove the outer stubbles. Let's go for a closer pass with the crust grain. All right, here we go. Yeah, this cream does not like water as much. Maybe it's the badger that it's hogging the leather, because as you can see, the very thin and airy lather. It might be this brush actually, because I know some boards have this problem as well, in that they hog up the lather and they eat up the lather. So, especially with some creams, I noticed that they tend to eat up the lather very well. So even though I use a good amount of the cream, the brush might be eating it all. The greedy bastard. What am I saying? Alright, let's go across the grain with this Yaqi Standard razor with Rapira Platinum Lux. Alright, not bad. Cross the grain on the neck. Alright, that's actually really smooth for across the grain. So even though it was a bit rougher in the first pass, it seems to be doing better in the second and third. Yeah, it's acting similar to the Astra Blue that I shaded with yesterday. Here we go. Let's go across the grain. This cream is giving a pretty good slick lather, but not as much as I would like. It feels like a vegan soap. And actually it might be. It's similar to like Katie's Bubble. I know I use the Ocean Grove, which is their, I believe it's their first formulation. And it works okay, but not the best. And actually, this blade performs similarly to the Persona Lab Blue. That's what I realize right now. That one is sharp, but a bit rougher. Not as smooth as I would like. And this one might be a tiny bit smoother, but it's very close. Let's rinse up here. And as I rinse up, there is not a lot of residual slickness. That tends to be the common theme with the mass-produced creams and soaps. But it does work during the shave. Alright, last pass cleanup pass here. As Paul H would say, it's pickup time, baby. Man, I love watching Paul H's video. He just got a great personality, seems like a great person to hang out with, and he shows it through the video. Maybe he's a good actor, who knows, but he genuinely seems like a good guy. Maybe like Kevin shaves. I know that, I believe he's an actor, or he does voiceovers, etc. Alright, this one's looking a bit rough. And as you can see, the soap, this brush has eaten all the soap away. Not my ideal cleanup, but it'll do for today. Alright. Maybe I should use a synthetic with this creams. That probably should be the better option. But anyways, let's go for the cleanup. Alright, this is feeling actually really nice. As you can hear, yeah, this against the grain feels very close to my yesterday's shave with Astro Blues. Here we go. This tends to be my trouble spots. Going across the grain, no, against the grain, on the chin. Gotta be extra careful here. Right, but that's actually doing pretty good. Oh, I think I went too fast there. Yeah, it tugs a bit on the neck. Still gotta be careful. And there's not a lot of slickness left. That's probably one of the reasons why. But yeah, this is looking good so far. Or actually, this is the end. So slight irritation. Nothing too crazy, but I know going against the grain does tend to leave my skin a bit irritated. But let me go across the grain one more time here, just on the tip of the chin. Alright, this is a bit risky, so I think I'm gonna have to call it for today. I already hear the skin kind of scraping, which is not good. There's not a lot of residual slickness left, but that's okay. It is what it is. But I think that will conclude the shave for today. Alright. It's actually felt pretty good. A bit, not my favorite shave, but it's a working shave. I just have to dial in this liquid cream shave a bit better. I think either my badger ate up all the lather, or I put in too much water, whatever that might be. But I think what I'm concluding is that creams don't work as well with natural hairs than synthetics. So I'm gonna have to resort to synthetics when I'm using creams. I have to remember that, because this happens a lot of the time, and I just gotta be careful. But today we use the Yaqi DLC Yaqi razor, which was pretty nice, very lovely handle. I used it with the Rapira Platinum Lux blade. That is efficient and kind of mid-smooth. Not really smooth, but not rough, not too rough either. I just gotta be careful with it, and it should give me a good shape. Now the brush was the Yaqi Fan Badger 2-band Badger 24mm brush. Lovely little brush, good on the hands, and the hairs tend to eat up lather, especially if you use cream. So just gotta be careful with that. Either use I think I should have used more cream, but man, that's going kind of overboard, because I put in a lot today. But regardless, as you can see, I had a pretty good shave today. I still got a bit of the shadow, but that's just my darker it's not really too coarse, but it's just darker hair compared to my lighter skin. And the mustache, yeah, overall, it's looking pretty good. I like what I have, or what I shaved with, the result. Right, I'm gonna finish up with the Lucky Tiger Splash and the Balm. So it will be a total, all 3-in-1 Lucky Tiger shave, and to end with it. But that said, next time I'll probably be using new Yaqi products, probably with the new Yaqi heads. I'm thinking of using the double open comb, the melon head, seeing how that will shave. Hopefully the fit on the thread is better, but regardless, thank you guys for watching. This is Tim Shaves, and I'll see you guys next time.